Okay, so the last time we played Darkest Dungeon was like 7 or 8 months ago. It was a really long time ago, and I think new DLC came out. Well, I know new DLC came out because I just paid for it. I have no idea what it is, though. When I went to go test the stream setup, I saw that DLC is disabled by default on my save file, and I now have to opt into it, which is a cool concept in case you had an existing save file and didn't want to mess around with it. Try and crank it down a little bit, see if that helps. 12 to 6 inches of snow. Jeez. We've had no snow in Los Alamos at all. It's actually kind of worrisome that we're going to have a really bad fire season if we don't have a little bit of snow. I will turn on all the DLC. Where's the courtyard region and all associated quests? Upgrade your hamlet by building new structures in addition to the original buildings. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Okay, turn it down a little bit more, thank you. That's 12% volume. Vigilant. Dude that whips himself, and Shieldbreaker, I think, is the most recent DLC. You got a snow day today? Nice. DLC installed. Cool. I think we were in the middle of a dungeon last time we signed off. I didn't watch the VOD for it, so hope everything goes okay. I know I finally went ahead last time and had the bravery to do a longer dungeon, and I completely wiped. I lost everything. Like, nope, going back to short dungeons. Just make the game playthrough take, like, 80 hours instead of 43, but what are you going to do? Everything does not go okay. High 60s, low 70s during the daytime. Yeah, that's warm. I remember when Kat and Donovan moved out here, Donovan in particular was pretty worried about there being snow, but because it's like a mountain alpine climate, the snow, if it does land, it usually melts by the afternoon.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
Apparently last time I had somebody die. Maybe I should already be leaving. All the stuff I've got, though, which I can keep if I leave. Alright, well, we'll see. Let me do one combat and see what happens. Try to disable this trap. I think we have a counter for when I screw up traps and know that they're there and walk into them anyway.
The flow of otherworldly corruption.
I know, dude. I love the narrator in this game. 90%, yes please. I have to click the trap to disarm it, right? 90%? Still?
Machinations spring to life.
Yeah, cruel indeed.
Purpose.
No kidding. Hey, Johan. I really like Celeste. Excellent game. Complete all room battles. I might only have to do one more room battle.
Curious is the trap.
Who is that?
Art.
Chaos Houndmaster over here? At least he's avoiding the bleeding element. Alright, hopefully this is the last room battle. And we got a surprise, which is nice. Stealth. Monsters with stealth have a shadowy appearance and cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to area of effect attacks. Some hero skills, such as the Shieldbreaker's Expose, can hit them all in stealth. It de-stealth the monster. So that's a new thing they just added, it sounds like, with the Shieldbreaker DLC. Oh, that's what this enemy is. Stealth. That sucks. Okay. Nice crit. Oh, I haven't ever noticed. I haven't looked at Twitch notifications ever. I didn't know that they did that. I'll have to check it out sometime. It's cool. Oh, de-stealth. That's good. Sweet. Smite. Holy Lance is just if I get knocked back, I guess. 1 hit point. Yeah, apparently I had somebody die last time. I don't remember who. Yeah, Substravaganza has been pretty great so far. I was worried about disrupting the normal schedule for a long time, but given how many hours everyone has had built up, it's not been all that different. Kind of lick wounds. I don't think I've ever remembered to use their dog traits either, unfortunately. Pretty good heal, I'll take it. There's a Switch version of Darkest Dungeon. I should jump on that once we beat this. I'd love to have this portable. This game is super good. This she'll heal herself. Propagable with the crit heal for 8. Pretty good. Ah, son of a bitch. Yeah. Missing is so brutal in this game. I can't just sit here and... If I just keep healing with chaos, I'm not making any progress toward taking less damage. Oh, this is about to end very badly, huh? Well... Stun off at least, that's good. Ooh! Good lord.
Concentration.
Good lord. See if the mark will get them to focus me at least.
More blood.
Oh, the blood was a death bowl to Propagable. No! I should have left. I should have just left the dungeon. Guess I can make that call now, huh? There's no way I can finish 4 dudes. Right? Bummer of bummers. Nope, that was the wrong decision. Chaos is about to die too.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
You always start over whenever you revisit this game.
Hold fast or expire.
Retreat failed. Oh, thanks, Yahan. Now Chaos is gonna die too. He resisted. Does him being hopeless prevent me from running away? I don't think I've ever encountered that before.
You're super awesome.
Thanks. Appreciate it, dude.
This skirmish may be lost, but the
Abandoned
battle may yet
quest.
be won. A setback, but not the end of things.
Well, I got some deeds and a bleed amulet, I guess. Oh no, these are the things that I didn't get by not clearing the stage. I see. I got to keep all the loot I had on me, right? At least I didn't see... I found some special loot, and it didn't seem like it let me keep that. Like a legendary trinket. May not meditate while in town. Is not allowed to gamble in town. Okay. Oy vey.
Though long years may seek to separate them, action
Clouds of
and
mosquitoes and other less
consequence
identifiable
will
pests continue to
invariably
descend upon the hammer
have
of
their
maddening
dreadful
persistence.
reunion.
New courtyard quest available. Courtyard quests are new? I haven't heard of that before. Okay, let's see.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Oh, that's cool. Does anyone know how I access the courtyard quest? District's locked. Activity log. People are recovering stress, so that's good. Should probably recruit some new people. These folks just died. Don't think I can really brook another abomination. I'll take another Vestal.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
I think virtually everybody in chat has a character named after them, or has had a character named after them. Let me check the graveyard here. Somewhere where I can see everyone who's died, right? Down here. There we go. Kiwi, Opulent Imperial, Ben, Propagable died. Trogdor died. Okay. Yeah, so I guess if you don't have a character in here and you want to just speak up, I can name Durendal after you let me know. Thanks. Right. I see. It's a separate location. Hi, Kai Mom. And still, if anyone happens to know how I go about triggering the courtyard quest, I'd appreciate tips. Sornus needs to chill. Got a decent amount of money at least. Phoenix should probably chill. Ottovan should probably chill. Well, that's what it says here. It says new courtyard quest available, but I don't know where to go to accept it. That's what I'm confused about. Everybody else has used stuff. That's fine. Alright, do I have enough people to make a group? Guess I've got Washu, Sanguine, Six, and Yukupo. Could go on an adventure, or I could send these lower level characters. I could do Plaster. Plaster. But let's send out a more advanced team in the meantime. Let's see. Armor. 32 deeds or 20 deeds. I definitely got it so that it's as cheap as possible. So it's correct to keep focusing that, I think. So I can figure out the zones that specifically go to deeds. Let me try embarking here. Holy Order is Crusader only. 3% stress, death blow resist, bleed and blight resist down. I want... They'll only go on yellow missions, right? My veterans. Crests. That gives me deeds. Right. So that's Washu, Sanguine, maybe? Sanguine do stuff from position 2? Almost everything, but not quite everything. What about you? Almost everything except for Abyssal Artillery. I guess I can swap one of these out. And 6 gun. Hey Sornus, how you doing? Back row, back row, back row. Not quite back row. Can you do everything from the back row? No. Alright, I'll try changing some of their skills out really quick. We go back to town here. So we want to upgrade the combat skills. We want to do 6 gun. We want to trade out the skill that's from the 3rd row only. Instead, I'll take the stun ability. That sounds great. So we'll de-equip this and we'll equip this instead. Cool. And then Yukupo, we were going to drop the thing that requires him to be in the back row, even though it's a pretty good skill. What does he currently have right now? Any row, 2nd is fine. Abyssal artillery is something I have to swap out. He already has something you could swap for it there, right? Hands from the Abyss. Stun. Yeah, okay. I like that it reduces your torch. It's a cool element of the occultists. Alright, let's give it a shot. Doing this one, we gotta get some deeds so that we can further upgrade our armor and everything. I guess real quick before I go, let me back out one more time and make sure that all their skills are all the way upgraded. I should be able to do that fairly cheaply. Okay. 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 You are not. Okay. And then what do I need to upgrade? I need portraits. Kind of need to get them to their second tier of so I need 15 of those. How many portraits can I get? Need to do 6. It leaves me with 37 crests. Crap. I guess I can do it for busts, though. Oh, I did that backwards. Shit. That's even worse. Right, because I want to get these, and this is what I'm trading for. Can get up to 13. And I need my deeds, but I really need level 2 skills, so I'm going to go for the level 2 skills first. Trade some deeds for it. Oh, that's as good as I'm going to get, huh? Right arm. Jab Bashu. And then 6 gun. Which one is she not using? This one, okay. Neato. That should help quite a bit. And they all have level 2 weapons and armor. And level 2 skills. 100% room battles. Got it. So we were going with like 16 torches. 12 food seems fine. A shovel. I guess a key? Almost never comes up, but the times that it doesn't are kind of a bummer. So for the best. Nerdgasmic about Brandon Sanderson stuff. I still need to read anything Brandon Sanderson. Get on it one day, I'm sure.
Back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Alright, well, I gotta go this way first. It's too bad I didn't get a scout right at the beginning. Ashes. Oh, what are the little question marks underneath all my items? It's new.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I should probably just look up what the proper item is to interact with most curios.
Waiting to be spent.
I have no idea what it actually is. Alright, glad we went this way. Didn't risk it. I really like the de-stealth mechanic, it's cool. This character's useless if they're in the front, right? At least they can't do their normal shenanigans if they are. Here's to a lack of catastrophic failure. I hear that. I guess they can still do some stuff from the front row. Bummer. You could go alone, man. Oh, gross. Knock me back. I like having a healer again. It's a pretty big difference. Oh god, ouch.
Assault cannot be left unanswered.
Good lord. Oh, there's that guard effect. And he resisted bleed. Which I probably should have known about before coming in here, right? Come on, lucky stun. Alright. Visions that guy can hit everybody, and that's very bad. Not a fan of that. Turn.
The promise of safety.
Ouch.
Well struck.
Hey, we got a kill. That feels good. It's the first thing I've killed this session. Alright. I think I need to... No bleed, no bleed, no bleed. I should be bringing bleed recovery stuff, bandages, if I'm going to be using the occultist next time. Ooh, bummer. Clumsy axe blades, probably because he was in the back row.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Pretty good heal. Heals per second from party heals tend to be pretty good. Yeah, no, I love the math of this game. Just everything about it is very well designed. Nice crit.
Singular strike.
Brutal Paper Mario, basically. Hey, 9! No bleeds. Nice. 9 is a goodly number. Ouch. I'll take it. 16.
In the fevered pitch of battle.
Still not dead. Very close to it. Doesn't actually do any damage, right? Oh, it does a small amount of damage. That works. Ouch. That how long to beat, I think, is actually kind of liberal. It's not a conservative estimate. It's probably going to take way longer than that.
Continue the onslaught.
Especially with my overly... that means he still gets to go, right? So I can heal, and then he might get to act immediately. Or I can kill him. Question is, what results in less overall incoming damage? Probably killing him.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. Oh, what's this?
This expedition at least
Agility
promises success.
Holy water, maybe? Divine benefit. Nice. No, I was the right person to get healed to.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
See the whole map? This is a supremely sucky layout for complete 100% of room battles. I guess I'll go left and then backtrack. Ouch. Good dodge. Lock mechanism is trapped. Bleed. Yeah, I really need to bring bandages next time. It's a bad decision. I feel like they increase the amount of gold you get. Ooh, that was an awesome scout. Way to go, team. Sweet, yeah, let's go this way. I don't have to go northwest. Champions over here. What do you use with bookshelves? Do you have anything? Okay, there's a trap coming up. Don't screw it up. 80%, 60%, 60%. Good luck, Mr. Bard. God. It's a 90 and an 80. Both failed. It's embarrassing.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Thanks, prop. Alright. Guess I could have gone the other way and avoided a battle on the way to this room battle, but that's okay. Yeah, it's only 3 enemies. Really do dig that stealth mechanic, because they added a lot of creatures that... I don't know if it's just certain creatures can stealth, or it's just a chance for anything to be stealth at the beginning of combat, but either is adding some cool design space to the different characters, giving them more use cases. Learning is dangerous. Nice. The case in blow to body and brain. I gotta switch their combat order again, I forgot. Oops. Oof.
Breadth from becoming unwound.
Let's see. Still good to go. I should go for the heal. 0 to 17. 26 health, crit heal. Wow. It's somebody at death's door. It doesn't get much better than that. That was fantastic. We have more of that, please. Oh, son of a bitch. That sucks when that happens. Let's get that stun.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Always burn books. Man, leave Sanguine Haze alone. Goodness gracious. Be nice. Being such a booty butt jerk. Did they buff the occultist heal? I feel like it used to heal much more poorly. Nice crit. Good job, Yukipo.
A faint hope blossoms.
I know, right? I'm not gonna get it when I need it later now. +5 accuracy on range skills, -1 speed. Let's swap you guys. That 26 damage heal was pretty rad, I must admit.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Oh, I haven't seen this fat guy before. I'm really good about updating this game. 70% stun resist. Who do I want to buff? Oh, that's everybody. Fantastic. A nice buff. That guy is in the base game. Let's see. 10% stun skill chance. 120% base. Huh. So it's like a 60% chance to land it. I'll give it a try. Come on. All right. Living that dream. Oh, I thought this hit all the way in the back. Shit, I should have used the stun on the guy in the back row. Oh well. Shit happens. God, the crit heals do not stop. Don't hit 6-gun, man. Just leave Brittany alone.
The will to fight falters.
I can continue to buff itself. Accuracy is only accuracy in dealing damage, like missing in the first place. It doesn't actually affect status effect chances, right? You can't get all the way in the back either. Alright. Do this. Nice. Probably use judgments. Pretty good. Ow! 15 damage. Gross.
A time to perform.
Plus 12 speed, 21 accuracy, 9% crit. Yes, please. 130% base chance to stun. Good dodge. Nice.
Decimated.
Good hit. In this case, I like having the corpse there. Let's see. Everybody's taking damage. This seems correct. Oof.
Waits.
Ow.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
I'm kidding. Resisted a bunch of stuns there. That was nice. Let's see. Very nice. Take this opportunity to heal myself a little bit. Alright, I guess that counts as healing myself. So is ground pound something he only gets to do in the back then? I guess I wish I could see what their skills were. I could do the thing that clears out corpses. It's probably smarter than my approach right now. It's going to start giving me stress for the combat taking too long if I keep this up, I think. There's a stun chance on this. 120. That's pretty garbage. Just keep healing. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that, but he needed the heal, so it's not all bad. Ouch. Ooh, that's very extremely bad. Alright, let's clear corpses. Uh-oh. Ouch. Lucky. Gives me a chance to catch up a little bit. Clearing out stress as best as I can. I know I need to eventually kill this guy. 0 to 27 is such a huge range, man. Ugh, miss. Should have done the accuracy buff. I'll take 12 healing. I really gotta kill him though. I don't do any damage without the bleed. 220% bleed resist. do the dodge penalty, right?
The ground.
Oh, I didn't realize I could even do damage in the first place. That's interesting. I guess you want to combine the mark with another class that does marking. $16, I'll take it. Ooh.
Reeling.
Ooh.
Break.
Washu. Good God. You need the accuracy buff. 22 crit heal. Man, Yukupo, you are just on point today. Ground pound miss. Very nice. I really need to get stuff that buffs dodge and debuffs accuracy, because enemy missing is such a huge boon. Debuff skills have a lot of crit. Okay. I need de-stress. Sure.
Prodigious size alone does not.
Lordy, that was rough. Whew. Those fat guys.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Hey. Minus 15% stress if torches above 75. Yeah. Excellent. Ooh, we got a lucky scout. Alright, well that does have a battle, so I should go over there. Probably rest after this room battle. That's correct. Empty crate. No fat guys, no fat guys. Okay, cool. Nice dodge. Be like, can you not, dude? Little cherub icon for that. I want to face the fat guy because they're really strong. I'm impressed by them. Well, that sucks. Now, does stun prevent this block effect from actually working? I hope so. Keep that up. The extra speed, getting to go first, helps with stunning. Accuracy's a big deal because missing sucks so bad. Clearly just big boned. Bummer. Bummer. Do a party heal here. Yeah, or does it make more sense to try to hit one of them? Do a party heal next turn. I gotta do one soon. Shit's about to get rough if I don't. Nice. Big boys. Clearing corpses, feeling pretty good. Not wanting to mess with this guy. Guaranteed to stun him, which is nice. Ouch. Maybe we should have stunned the guy in front instead, since he still gets to go. Oh crap. Ooh, good dodge, Yukupo. Man, RNG master today. Good lord. Okay. Let's see. I'll take 7. Good dodge. Stun the big guy. Cool. I like the way stun resist works. Well, I need to kill stuff. Let's kill stuff. Soothed. Okay, that's all he was going to say for a second. Just soothed. Sanguine's not great in here, and bleed is a really significant portion of his damage. I keep forgetting which areas are bleeding. Four extra Ds on the end of sedated. It's funny. Wasn't remembering to continue to buff people. Shit. I'll take 9, that's good. Let's finish off the guy in the front, shall we? No, I can't. Okay. Let's just buff everybody. Now, does the speed boost from that affect the current initiative? Like, if I give somebody +4 speed, and that puts them ahead of one of the characters that was expected to go next, would they get to go next, or is the turn order determined at the start of combat? If anybody knows for sure. Alright, his stun chance is kind of shitty. I shouldn't have done that. No, it's okay. His stun chance is good, though. Should be able to kill the coral guy in the back. Turn orders rolled every round. Okay, so the speed boost can never immediately help me on the very same turn that I'm playing. Gotcha. Probably should have done some stress recovery there, but oh well. Nice crit. It's really difficult for me to mentally process how beneficial like +1% crit is. That feels like basically nothing, but getting crits is so important in this game. You save so much incoming damage if you land even just one of them, and you reduce everybody's stress pretty significantly. Let me try killing this guy. Nice crit for 2. Very good. Very, very good.
Seize this momentum.
I gotta get those deeds. That's one of the main reasons I came in here. Okay, I can use torches from that video. I wasn't sure about that. What else could I dump? Gives the medicinal herbs. Alright, let's get back to this middle room and then we'll rest there. I think that makes sense. It's not even that it adds up, it's that, like, on average, a 1 in 100 chance to crit can make a huge difference. Ending combat sooner is always important, and killing an enemy before they have a chance to interact with you is probably the most important thing about this game. Killing or stunning them. And stunning them in a way that progresses you toward killing them. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh well. Guess I didn't really lose too much.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Camping skills. Prevents nighttime ambush. I found out last time that I have to do that. I had a dungeon that was going really well, and I was like, I'll just roll the dice on nighttime ambush. It was the incorrect decision. Take my nighttime ambush, if religious. Heal 50% HP if they have immortality debuff and reduce their stress by 25. That's pretty good. Now, if she's religious, faithless. Okay. So how do you determine religiousness? Is that just assuming you don't have a negative quirk? Or that's only if you have the specific religious quirk? Let's do Vigil. It's a tag based on the class. Where can I see it? Look it up or do trial and error. Let's see. I really like the design of Mockery. Every rose has a thorn. Look at the stuff they share on Facebook. Remove mortality debuffs, restore 50% HP. That's cool. Still have 5 left, so I want to do a 2 and a 3 if I can manage it. Oh, it's only self, huh? Oh, shit. I have to click out of it. Well. Put that on Washu. Chance of foraging some timber now. Okay, off we go. Battle on the way there. Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Hopefully that's the last room battle. I don't really have a sense of how many room battles there are in medium dungeons. They virtually never do them. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I think you can see it from your dashboard if you look at your revenue history. It'll track it all the way back to when you created your account, I think. I'm not actually sure if that's true.
A powerful blow.
Nice crit to the face. You can find out your stream cake, Dave, but that's about it for this particular channel. I got an exclamation point join date. I don't know if Twitch tracks it specifically. Mine would have been, I think I made one for Twitch Plays Pokemon, so whenever that started. Clearing stress. I don't know. 45% stun resist is pretty good. No, but I landed it anyway. Right on. Take it. Let's see. Justin TV, nice. It's pretty ancient. Ooh, Zealot's Accusation is actually pretty good. Oh, he's got 7 hit points. Did 6 damage. Actually goes. It doesn't go any further back than April 16th, 2015. So Yahan exists before the dawn of time. Tech. That's fine. I kind of wasted a stun there, but done worse things. Let's see. Weakened. It's like the anti-stress party, man. So we want to be able to go before he can go. That works. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Trick of the light? Anti-venom. Alright, one more room battle. Hope for the best. Hopefully this is the last one. There might be this. No surprise. Bummer. Let's... yeah.
Impressive.
Nice crit. I like their damage taken animation. It looks cool. So we gotta stun that guy. I like the Vestal having a stun. I don't think I've ever had a Vestal with stun before. It's the, who does a party dodge buff? Is it the Antiquarian? Is that right? Nice. Damage mod is 90% gross.
A devastating blow.
Cool. Good dodge. I was worried for a second. Stun you for next round, although their stun resist is really high. Let's try going for a heal. 18 heal. Good job, 6-gun. Alright. Net dream. 45% I'm not super happy about. Let's try doing it.
A decisive pummeling.
You can definitely land the stun
Precision
though.
and power.
Thou art judged. Tell him. 85%. It's not. Let's see. Another 18 crit. Good lord. This buff is naughty. It would be kind of cool if it told you in some way whether, you know, it only crit because you had a buff or something like that. Although the game is already pretty elegantly designed, doesn't have an unnecessary information, so I can see why they don't do that. So, yeah. I can try it. 45% is pretty high, though. Alright. Take it. This guy's got 85% resist now. Now he's got 0% resist because he's dead. Number of classes and their sheer necessity, right? So let's just keep clearing out stress, huh? Have an almost stress-free dungeon run. Watch. Shouldn't speak too soon, though, right? Knowing this game. Take 11 damage. Oh, he's got 1 hit point left. It's the worst.
Is a rarity in the fevered pitch of
Good dodge. I didn't lose anything as a result. Did the game get a little bit more forgiving about how many turns combat can take before it starts giving you stress penalties? Because I feel like it used to be if you made it to round 6 or so, it was gonna yell at you.
The blood quickens.
So trying to decide if I want to be greedy and try to clear out the rest of my stress before I finish him off. Alright. A cheap tapestry.
Brought low and
4,500 gold. Goodness. That's pretty great. It's pretty swell. Can't see how much trinkets sell for, right? Hey, Size, how you doing? See you as well. Oh, we're done. Alright, sweet. Man, could not ask for a better adventure. Everyone is stress-free.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Guess I can dump the torches now, right? Gonna sell them for very much. Food, maybe. Hey!
My room, hall by hall. We reclaim what is ours.
Might have been before that. I have to double check when the D&D stream was. Look at all those crests. I got 6 deeds. Oh well. I guess 12 deeds. 25% damage of imposition, 1 minus 2% crit, minus 2 speed. I don't know if I like that. Level 4. When they get to level 5, that's when they'll stop adventuring with these folks. Minus 2 speed if torches below 26. That's fine. Percent prot. Ooh, nice. 3% scouting chance in the wield. 2% damage and range skills. She has none of. 75% blight resist. 10% max. Screw Black Plague. Yuck. Yeah, that was a hell of a run. We got a lot of money. A lot of crests.
She has paid.
I never got to do that quest.
That deserves better than this place.
There was some quest about mosquitoes, and I never saw what I could do to interact with it, so oh well. Huh, I thought that NPC that it just mentioned was something that I could recruit right now. They won't do level 3 or lower missions. Oh, this is where I recruit. Interesting.
Shifting, swaying.
Shieldbreaker.
Her prey before the final
She's
strike.
the new DLC character. Okay. Anyone in chat want to be named after the Shieldbreaker? A Shieldbreaker name for you? It doesn't already have a character. Let me look at the skills here. Curious. Pierce. You already got one, not even. Shredder. Yeah, I think you died. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, not even is a cultist. Could do Leon, that works. Kaimon, let's go with that. Leon's had one before. Okay. Let's see. Uses per battle 2. Oh, that's interesting. New design space. Forward 1, 2 blocks. What's a block? Does that just mean damage is avoided? It's like a Utsusemi kind of skill. Captivate. Ranged. Blight. 40% damage versus marked. Expose. Crits receive chance. Ooh, I like that. Stealth. So she's a dancing character. I haven't ever made a party that's built around dancing yet. Different abilities that move you back and forth. Back 1, light. Breaks guard, can't be guarded, 500% bypass guard. That's cool. Her skills seem pretty sweet. Alright, let's see. What can I get with 18? Almost there. Get her one level 2 armor, that seems worth it.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Strong arms, like tempered steel. Let's get as many people as possible to level 2 armor here. Oops, it's the wrong thing. Is there a way for me to close out of just the hero that I dragged over, or maybe I can just drag another hero to replace them so I don't have to keep closing out and coming back in? That's the answer. Asked and answered, Your Honor. Yukubo needs the buffs. Rockin' it over here. Food effects. Now all these characters are level 1. Okay. I've already got the maximum discount for upgrading, so I don't feel bad about upgrading them. Went all in on that at the beginning, which sucked at the start, right? Because it doesn't pay off for a long time. Okay, that feels good. Now I think I need to start leveling up some lower level people, so I'm going to try to do that. In fact, I can probably do so with Kaimon, Puzzled Kiwi, Opulent Imperial, and Plaster Master. So, in order to do that, I need to look at what their skills are, right? Let me try embarking here. I can back out and change stuff in a second. I think we want Hellions are good in the front. We definitely want her to have the stupid, really strong stun ability. Yeah, Barbaric Yawp. That's the best. I mean, you stun 2 enemies for 1 character's turn usage. That is almost always going to be a good trade, I feel like. Alright, sweet. So what do we drop for that? So first. Yeah. It probably means there's one stream. Like if I were streaming Red Alert 2, it would show that, right? Let's see. Blinding Gas, Plague Grenade, Noxious Blast, Battlefield Medicine. That's all usable in the back row. Boldening Vapors is kind of nice. I'm okay with all those skills though. Plaster Master, we want to dump that Mace Bash. I think I want all my Vestals to have that same skill set because I really like all those skills. So we're going to dump... We're going to pick up Dazzling Light because it's rad, and Judgment because it's rad. And we're going to dump these 2 and grab these 2. I can do everything from the back row. Kaimon, let's see. Currently operating on the assumption that she's going to be in second. So 2, 2, 1 only. 2 or 3. So I could try Captivate, although I'm not really using anybody else's for marking abilities. Expose would be good. Impale hits all 4, but it moves you back a space. Okay. But you have to be in the front to use it. I think we want Expose. Which does send me back. Which isn't the end of the world, is it? Ooh, no, that's kind of the end of the world. The Vestal... Yeah. I'm gonna make a dancing party. I guess every single one of her skills moves her forward or back, except for Captivate, huh? So I need to take that into account anyway. Okay. Well, in that case, I just want to dump Adder's Kiss. Well, no, I guess I could still use Adder's Kiss because it sends me back. Alright, we'll just keep it. That's fine. Well, I think it's a higher skill cap class, right? It's more designed around... Oh, this is where the courtyard was. Oh. It's a new thing that I can attend to if there's a quest. Alright, well, I'll do that the right way next time. Sign the Baron. Interesting. You can make a party where everybody has movement skills like that. So I need portraits to update skills further, but I think I need to focus on getting everybody maxed out weapons and armor, so I'm going to try to continue to get deeds as much as I can here. So it's short, so I probably only need like 8 torches, 1 shovel, 8 food, Let's get us a key because we ended up using it last time. And I think that'll be fine. Skill cap is interesting to think about in a game like Darkest Dungeon.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once
Explore
familiar.
90% of rooms.
Now,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
boring.
6, 7, 8, 9. I can skip one room, so I have to go right, and then I can ignore the room that's in front of it. Unless if I scout and it's empty.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
It's a bunch of bugs. Yay. Get that barbaric yawp. I love you, you're the best. They both resisted. Shit. Alright, well, not a great start. Let's see. Blocks. I guess the speed buff is nice, then you're likely to be able to go first and move yourself back again, right? Damage block, also known as Aegis tokens, absorb 100% of the physical damage from the next attack that strikes the hero. That's cool. Yeah, so that is like Utsusemi. Take it. Oh, they have 100% stun resist. I should probably check that.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Nice dodge. Alright, so now we go back one, right? Adder's Kiss. Blight is 2 damage per round, so it'll die in its next turn, so I don't have to worry about it. So I should be hitting this one instead. I know, right? That's what ended up happening in,
Another one falls.
the stress management abilities.
This is how a life is taken.
That's what happened in Final Fantasy XI. They kind of gave this throwaway skill to a DPS class called Ninja, called Utsusemi, which I think means like cicada molting or something like that. I could go that way, but I have to fight a battle on the way there, so I'm just gonna go back. Anyway, it was totally a DPS class. Like, it was not designed to be a tank, but because it was a skill that just ignored the next 2 sources of damage, people said, screw actual tanks, like, if we bring a ninja with us, we don't even need a healer. Ninja can just tank everything and not ever get hit. And I think it pissed off Square, because they did not intend for that sort of playstyle at all. Let's go with Blinding Gas. It only works well if it's 2 back. Let's go back. And Kaimom's going to be a regular feature. Skills are really good. You can still use Barbaric Yop from the second row. Let's do Judgment here. Final Fantasy. You can maintain it indefinitely and be invincible in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Wow. That's wild. Need to find a way to convince them to attack her, right? Such a good skill. Two damage, it's gonna die next round. Four damage. Both have. Iron Swan won't work because there's no enemy in the back. Okay, I understand. And the penalty for using Barbaric Yalp is it gives you a steadily progressing debuff on yourself, which isn't super great. Take it.
Fate is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Puncture, bypass guard, pull 2. Armor piercing as well.
Confidence
Nice.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
This guy's dead on his next action, right? Yeah, so we can try to heal up in the meantime.
The wounds of war can
I do like that about dots in this game.
but never hidden.
Alright. I am become vengeance. All cultists will feel my mace, brigands fear my roar. Is there any reason to leave the dungeon with these journal pages? Same instance we find ourselves in a place of suffocating dark, facing a creature that defies description and whose recollection causes my quill to jump and shudder. It's merciful, only fragments of our battle remain in my psyche. See Cuthbert hacking at the quivering appendages of the monster. I recall how a piece of its flesh sloughed off, and of its own twisted accord sprang into Bolin, piercing her stout plate. I love the writing in this game. Oops, not that. Slough is such a good word, too.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Did she start with a quirk? Is that a thing? Huh. Add a book to the hamlet to be looked at again later. Okay. Alright, I'm lucky on these surprise rounds. Blinding Gas and Barbaric Yelp is like the dream scenario. Does not get much better than that. Ooh, bummer. I missed. It happens. Y'all don't get too hacked. Well, I didn't do too much with that turn, since I ended up missing with the Vestal. I guess she's doing pretty good. Yeah. 3 hit points, 2 damage per round. Could be better.
Well struck.
Barbaric Yelp plus the blinding powder. You can stun the entire enemy party only using 2 characters' turns. It's a really good value trade. Nice crit heal, Plaster Master. You missed. This one's too resistant to stun for me to justify using. Ah, bummer. Nice block. I like that mechanic. Hop forward here. Shouldn't have had to deal with that. Good dodge. Alright, well, if I stun them now, guess that's an advantage of having stunning characters alongside debuffing characters. A nice crit from Plaster Master. Ooh, dodge doesn't consume my block. That's also pretty great. He's gonna die in his next turn anyway.
Death by inches.
Let's see. You're totally dead on your next turn. You're not quite dead.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Let's see.
Unforgiving.
Matterskins.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Finish him off. Oh, I can't reach him. Shit. only heals 1 anyway, so I'll take it. Don't miss, Judgment. Good job.
The fiend
Awesome.
falls,
Feeling good.
and hope blossoms.
Feeling good. Oh, okay. Key doesn't work. It has to say that it's locked for the key to work, I guess. Is that accurate? Calm down. Yay, sentimental gifts.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to
No
follow.
surprise this time. Thank you, Propagate. I knew as soon as I worded it that way. It's not super great when it's not buffed, huh? I guess none of these people have trinkets, too. I should fix that next time I get back to town. Assisted. It's okay, I'll take the block. The keys work best if you shove it in their eyes.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. The wounds of war can be healed.
I think that that's nice because it undoes the barbaric yop downside. Ah, womp womp. Nice miss. Another nice. Which line? I missed it. I think that still makes sense, right? The wounds of war can be hidden but never healed. So, like, what he's saying is you can heal yourself, you can literally recover from a wound, but you'll still have scars and everyone will know that you were wounded, right? I guess saying it the other way around kind of still means the same thing, though, doesn't it? You can wear clothes over your wounds, but you still are wounded. He only says it in response to healing, right? Let's see. 4 damage. I like the delayed damage of the Plague Doctor. There's a lot of ways you can use it to your advantage. You can try to use an extra round to heal up if you know that the damage is going to kill somebody. It's definitely going to kill this guy. Not this guy, though. Let me see if I can finish him off. Right. And that's a little bit more Lovecraftian propagatable. So I can hear that. 4 damage, 5 damage. 8 damage. She's super dead soon. Should be enough to kill him on his next turn. Unless you only get to use that twice, it would be super busted. Just have a party of nothing but shield breakers, right? I kind of want to do that now. 4 damage. It's the only one that's...
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
I think it's still a mental effect, though. Like, they can be healed but never hidden. Like, you are still permanently wounded by it. I still read that as a mental comment.
Trick of the light?
I'm not just talking about physical scars. This is where I would use my key. Lock sarcophagus. Womp womp. That's why we bring anti-venom. Yeah. Hey, it's a map. I gotta go into all those rooms anyway. But they were all empty, so it looks like this was the right call. Ended up skipping a battle as a result. And now I know which order to go through the rooms to avoid battles as well, so that'll work.
As the light gains purchase,
Sluggers. These things are not worth stunning because they're basically immune to it. So let's just try murdering them. I think they have negligible hit points. We're fairly resistant to that, though.
Executed with impunity.
I could try stunning. Gotta get her something to use in the second row. Sure. I hear you.
Be gone, fiend. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Hidden but never healed is definitely a darker turn of phrase, I feel like. Do that head ants trophy, the accuracy over tact. Experiments do not yield any findings. Okay. It's not that pedantic of an argument, though. Oh. Somebody trigger it. I don't remember the command name.
Exception, and not the rule.
Thanks, narrator. Guess it gave me some stress that I can't avoid. That was actually a pretty stressful trip on the whole. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but everybody got to about 50%.
Find whatever secrets they hold.
Alright, I got like 5 deeds. It's kind of worth it. Everybody got to level 1, that's nice. Upgrade their skills and armor and weapons.
Awash in blood
So
and
only
delusion.
a litany of blood
He bears the
can...
burden of 1,000 lifetimes.
This is the flagellant, the guy that whips himself. So I believe that only a litany of blood and suffering can cleanse sickness in the land. Here's one who will do his part.
There is power in the blood for those with the fortitude to pay the price.
Achievement unlocked. The flesh is willing. Alright, take a look. This must be another new class, right? Do they only show up from the Herald events like that, or do they eventually start popping up in the other thing? The caravan. I can do Leon for this one. Okay, let's see. Lash's Kiss. Heal 33% HP, remove blight and bleeding, plus 3 speed. Oh, that makes sense. Remove disease. Minus 50 stress. Time cost. Huh. Wonder why you'd want Lash's Anger. Plus 40 stress. Maybe it combos with another ability? Oh, does he... Are they using stress as a resource here? Valid below 50% HP. Ah, he's one of those. Stress minus 12 for everyone, stress plus 5 per self. So for one. That's kind of just a cool design space with this guy. So it's mostly built around being low on hit points and like taking things from your allies, which is a neat concept. Maybe he's got some trinkets later that interact with stress more. It would explain why you'd want to get it. Alright, let's upgrade all these folks. Yelp. Swan. I think we want Wicked Hack instead of Adrenaline Rush. So she can do something if she's in the second position. Opulent Imperial. Plaster Master. Judgment. Dazzling Light. Divine Grace. Divine Comfort. Kai Mom. All those skills were great. I'm trying to think if I'd want to change it. I mean, Impale does a little bit of damage to everybody, which I've noticed isn't a super good effect. Removing Stealth might be nice. And -4 speed to the enemy. It bypasses Stealth, which is cool. Makes them more likely to be crit is pretty nice as well. I think I'll trade Expose for Puncture, I guess. I guess Breaking Guard is pretty rad. No, maybe I'll just keep it the way it is. Wow. Upgrading this does nothing. Right? +3 speed, 2 blocks, forward 1. It must only matter once you get it to a higher level, I guess. Hey, we got diapers from Amazon delivered. Fantastic. Okay. And then they needed weapons and armor as well. Kiwi. Imperial. Blaster. Kai Mom. Alright, let's see. How's everybody doing? Stress. Generally doing pretty okay. Oops, now we want the in, right? Kiwi, like, only drink. Loot effects is mostly fine. Alright. So I can maybe try to send in a level 2 team. I'm running out of people. Need to get more people into the level 3 tier. Not a great party over in level 2 though, unfortunately. So I guess I could do Serp, Nodovan, Loot Effects, and Kami. I'll stick with my team that's doing really well. Should probably try to get rid of, like, is it worth it to try to get rid of diseases? It seems like you accrue them so quickly and it costs so much, both in time and in money spent to try to clear them out. So we have to pay attention if it's a really bad disease or not. 10% death blow resist. Alright, so remind me, the Warrens and the Weald are resistant to Blight, and the Ruins and the Cove are resistant to Bleeding, is that correct? Diapers from Amazon is a sequel to the book Flowers for Love. Some portraits here. I do, it's just expensive. I need to get the camping skill that removes diseases. I think that's the right way to do it. I'll do a short dungeon, sure. So we go 6-gun, Sanguine, Washu, oh, this is right. Do everything from position 2. Okay. And then I'll maybe, depending on their situation, put them away for disease removal. I seem to remember disease removal being expensive, but I might be misremembering. Alright, so it's short. So we'll do like 12 torches, 12 food, key, shovel. And bandages this time, because we are bringing the guy that bleeds party members, even though it never happened last time. Yeah, they've got lots of diseases. It might be that disease removal gets less expensive if you really invest in improving the sanitarium, which I totally haven't. Some of those diseases can be really bad, so...
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
I like the way he says groves. Hello. Nice dodge. So these guys resist blight but not bleed. Better for this team.
A singular strike.
Singular. 3 damage bleed. Nice. Right, that seems like something they would totally do. Get over here. That emote for Madman, it's perfect. Nice.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Trying to mess with those guys.
All.
Ouch. Percent, 33%. Oof. I need a bandage. So watch him re-bleed himself.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Guy's gonna die in his next turn. Guess I'll just use it now, right? 2 more rounds. Pretty good. You died. The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of the blood will be retained in your estate at quest end. They may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. Blood is rare, spread around wisely amongst those in need. Huh. Interesting. Don't really understand what that does. Yeah, right. Brothel idea. Alright, another scout. Immediate combat outside. It's in a room battle, so I'm having to go both of those ways anyway.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Nice surprise. Ooh, good crit on that skill. Nice. These guys are fairly stun resistant, but not terribly so. Could be worse. Stun resistant enough, it turns out. Alright, so if I can bleed her again, she'll die on her next turn. Or I can just kill her now, that works too. Crits with dots don't increase the dot damage, right? So he's halfway to dead. I'm trying to think if I should try to heal here. Don't bleed. Son of a bitch. Oh, now the bleed is worse too. Healed for 2, takes 6 damage. I don't think I can remove it either. Let's do that. It's still pretty good value. He's gonna die in his next turn. I could buff people, but it's kind of pointless, so instead I'm just gonna remove stress. Oh, it increases the duration. On stun. Alright.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
No joke.
Compassion is
I'll take 12. Most of it was wasted, but I'm trying to keep people topped off. This guy's 85% on stun resist. At least then Washu won't miss, which is the nightmare scenario. Stun again, right? No, I should go for the kill. Should not have gone for the kill. Whoops. Nice crit. Now everybody's all stress-free. Feeling pretty good.
The blood quickens.
No bleed. Good job. Good job. Awesome.
A faint hope blossoms.
20% disease resist. Okay. Cool. Alright, deeds. I need so many deeds, man.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Decision bringing shovel. Don't have a shovel for that obstacle though, unfortunately. Alright. So I go up and then come back. I don't think I'll luck out and find a shovel en route, but who knows? Anything could happen. Probably not that though. Highwayman. Okay. I have failed to disarm every trap so far with 90 or 80%. God.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
Yeah.
Unsprung and thirsting for blood.
I got that, narrator. Rude. Incredibly, exceedingly rude. Those guys are pretty bleed resistant. I'm lucky that thing landed. They're also fairly stun resistant. Oh, womp womp.
Confidence surges as the enemy.
The bleed might have been enough. Oh, not to kill him though. That was still the correct decision. I need to pull this turn. Oh, right, they do that. Shit. Don't you know who the heck I am?
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Ooh, lucky dodge. Would have been very bad. Get over here. Now, there is zero benefit in this game to killing more enemies, right? Like, letting them split is just a bad deal for me, straight up, I think.
A powerful blow.
We killed the stress enemies.
Mortality clarified.
This is where you want AoE damage, I guess. I have a very small amount of it in this party. Let's see, 3 3 damage per round, 3 damage per round. Shit. Over damage the one character. So this one needs to die, like now. Okay, good, 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 good.
A momentary abatement.
And she needed a heal too, so it wasn't a waste. Alright.
Remind
Chest with your family sigil. It doesn't say locked, so we don't want to use a key.
Insidious killer.
Alright. More deeds. We're in Deed Town. I need so many deeds. Alright, we're gonna take a bunch of stress clearing out an obstacle over here, unfortunately. Maybe I should be bringing 2 shovels with me.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is
Too
made
expensive.
clear.
Three, 7. It would be surprising if you ever saw more than 2 obstacles, I feel like, in a shorter or medium dungeon.
Back to the pit.
But it's also possible I'm talking out of my butt, and that's a very common occurrence. Okay, I need to delay a little bit here so I can remove some stress with the bard. He's having a bad day. Everybody needs healing. This one's gonna die in its next turn. These guys are super stun resistant, so I shouldn't bother with that. Take 10. So you had a bard day.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
I like that line. Party heal is a little bit wasted. Let's see, Cultist is at max. Let's just go for the kill, yeah.
Another abomination, cleansed from
There's the shovel, son of a bitch. This game. Sometimes it's mean.
promise of safety.
Remember this ogre guy being a dick. He's also pretty stun resistant. It's only going to hit him. It sucks. He's not very bleed resistant though. 102 damage. That's why I remember not liking this guy. Nice resist. Uh-oh. Can't let that continue. Too much stun resistance to be worth it, I think. He's got 20 hit points. Let's see. 4 damage per round. I think I want to start buffing folks. Ouch. Gross. And I got a disease. Fantastic. Yeah, tree branch is the bad thing. That thing. Whew. Ouch. Not even totes jinxed it. Are they more likely to use those in certain rows, maybe? Alright. Little does she know, well, not 2 rows forward. It's actually not a good thing at all. Crap. 4, 3 damage per round. Oh, that blows. It's fine, I just need to get rid of enemies here. Escape cloud. Oh, right into the back, I see. Oh, man.
And now
well, he's back where he started.
Hold fast or expire.
Working on it. My skin burns. You get one of those 42 heals for Yukupo. If anyone's gonna stun him, it's gonna be Washu. Very nice. Alright, it's time to start doing party heals. Keep that buff up as high as possible. I gotta get a crit. Ooh, nice! That's exactly what I needed. Still not dead, but... No using escape. I hate you. I hate you. Ugh. Alright, well... 16's better than 25. 6 heal for somebody who needed it. So that hits both of them. Alright, let's try wrapping this guy up here. 8's good, and a resist. Try for stun. Ooh. That's great when it lands, and awful if it misses. Against that particular enemy. Throw me some spores? Alright, spores. Alright, missed with your spores. It's even better. Living that dream. Gonna get that crit rate up here. 24, nice. See, I don't care if she bleeds after that.
Size alone,
dude, that Bard crit ability is really good if you use it smartly. Okay, cool. I have 2 keys and 2 more battles. Surprised, nice. Wield is the worst zone in the game. It's pretty stressful at times. Cool. I do need to kill this guy before he splits. Okay, the bleed should land. All right, we're good. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. It's 12 heal. I hate when that misses. This feels awful. Or at least this thing's gonna die in its next turn. Good dodge. Very nice.
Slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Yeah, the guy wouldn't be so bad if it was just that he had the tree branch that did a ton of damage. It's the fact that he's got like 100 hit points that makes it particularly brutal. keep them stunned, maybe I can do a couple of rounds of stress recovery here. Top everybody off health-wise. I think that plus 15% healing skills is really good for the party heal. No one really needs a heal right now. Guess I could use this for the damage. Take it.
Annihilated.
I can see that. Actually never made it to champion. We'll see how it goes.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Well preserved. That didn't do anything. May as well just use all my stuff now. What are you supposed to use with the mummy?
Some reward for a task well performed.
No, I forgot to torch before walking in. I didn't get surprised though, so I'm totally hosed. Towering ectoplasm. I don't think I've seen that enemy before. I gotta kill these things like post haste. Very dangerous. So I can't really bleed that thing, so I should probably just do this. Alright, before he got to go as well.
How quickly the tide turns.
Ooh, gross. Oh, super gross. Not a fan of that at all. I just think we still need to focus on killing these things first. They're very, 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 very bad. If allowed to get out of control. He doesn't have that many hit points. A decent bleed resist. Keep using this. The crit buff is very useful.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Double mark, huh? Religious is holy water, bones is band-aid, shells and doors, keys or shovels. Okay, thank you. That's helpful.
A decisive
Nice crit.
doubling.
Good job. Feels faint. Kidding.
Impressive.
Oh, chill out. You're fine. Oh, that thing is not fun. That's not that much better than a party heal, even if there's two people that are the only ones that need healing, you know? I looked out on the resist for Washu at least.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Skill and purpose. So, 4 damage bleeds. I need to do a little bit of damage over there. Try doing a stun. 130% versus 95% resist. I don't think that's happening. Never mind. Just keep whittling it down, I guess. Try to finish this guy off. Okay, perfect. So the bleed will kill him on his next turn. Fantastic. Good dodge. Oh, good job, team. Proud of y'all. Keep that up. I think I actually want to keep it. Yeah, well, not great, but it could be worse. Waiting on that lucky crit. Cytokinesis. Oh, gross. Okay, that makes sense. Can only hit the guy in the back. Oh, did he get smaller when he did that? That's kind of cool. It changes stats at all? Maybe you can only split a maximum of 3 times. That'd be kind of cool. I've got enough of a speed bonus that I should always be going first right now, at least. Let me just go for a kill here.
Decimated.
Don't need him splitting here. Thou art judged. Tell him. Ouch. He's gonna do it again, but that's okay. I think he's actually getting smaller. Try doing the stun here so he can't split. Very nice. I'll try doing Zealous Accusation. Not quite enough. 16, awesome. No stun, no stun, no stun. Shit. It's the opposite of what I wanted to happen. Guess I need to have the Vestal zap this guy so that he dies.
And improvement.
Does a small amount of damage. Okay. Actually, well, no, if I had used Judgment, she was already at full health, so it wouldn't have mattered. Ow! Heavy breathing. I get a big heal on him. Let's try it. I'll take 8. I think I gotta finish. This is the last room and then the dungeon's done, so I'm gonna just finish him off, I think. Nice dodge. Alright, can we get some stress removal? Very good. Alright, very nice.
The greater the glory.
Another frickin' shovel. Ugh. Dungeon knows, man, it knows.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Wait 1 second, let's see what's in here. Hidden treasures, more deeds. Alright.
To be spent.
That actually went fairly decently.
Will yet be driven from our woods.
12 deeds. Another one of these. Can you equip the same charm on a character? 2 of the same charm? Clotter. Okay, I think I'm going to try to clear out some of my main folks' diseases, because they're getting really bad with that.
Can you feel it? The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin here.
The resurrection of a ramshackle hamlet has lured brave artisans and merchants who see potential in the vacant lots surrounding the town square. 1 blueprint awarded. The hamlet's growing news of your presence is emboldening craftsmen to return. You may now construct all new buildings. They're expensive but provide unique bonuses that may help you in your endeavors to cleanse the estate. These rare loot items are age-old plans for expanding the hamlet. They are consumed when constructing new buildings in the district. Guarded by bosses. Interesting. Oh shit. Okay, so this is like an in-game sink of materials, it looks like. Oh, that's kind of cool. So just by having one of these buildings, you get temporary buffs to all the classes that are affected, that are listed there. Knowledge carriers heal 15 stress. That's neat. So I don't know what the bottles of the blood do. Food is granted for free each week. The Red Hook, a monument with no purpose except propagation. Okay. Interest gained on saved gold, 5% per week. Seems worth investing in. Torchlight's more beneficial. It's a neat mechanic, I like it. Alright. We're gonna try to do some disease relief here. Which is not the right building for that. It's this one. First of all, what do I need in order to prove this? 10-6. Disease treatment costs. Bleed resist, disease resist, 10% max HP. 25% virtue chance. Actually, the rabies isn't too bad if I'm using Sanguine Haze's Bard accuracy buff. And the damage buff is nice. Oh, what, seriously? Oh, does Yuko's not diseased. I'm just used to the whole party being diseased. Plague resist. Most of their diseases actually aren't too bad. I don't care as much about lack of resistance to bleed and disease. This one's actually pretty nasty, so I'll try to cure that one. Okay, I guess the actual cost isn't terrible, but it's time is the biggest problem, I feel like. Alright, so the guild needs portraits, which I am sorrowfully short on. So I'm going to keep focusing down the blacksmith as much as possible. And he needs significantly more deeds to get to level 3 weaponsmithing and armor smithing. As far as stress, we're generally doing pretty okay. Not like I need to put anybody away. Although I may as well take advantage of the opportunity to do so. Chaos too, could get some chillin'. Oops. Alright, let's send some lower level peeps out. I'm going to start leveling people up a little bit more. I like the Puzzled Kiwi, Kaimom, Opulent Imperial, Plaster Master group. They were fairly decent. But I wanted to change a skill, or did I already do that? I already did. Okay, perfect. Bleed out. Man, virtually everything she does debuffs herself, huh? Not even that good of a bleed. I'll take this instead. You're mostly not using her. Let's see here. Plague Doctor only 40% stun skill chance, 20% blight skill chance, 15 accuracy on ranged skills. I like all of those words, but I'm also not super confident that I can handle a boss. I think I've fought the Siren before. Let me look it up really quick. It's been so long. Siren. Yeah, I have. It's her shtick. Abilities. Mind control is a hero. No. Keep the charmed hero stunned without doing too much damage to them. Trinkets and skills. Okay, I think I'll try that one. I really want that trinket. It looks pretty great. Let me look at trinket options for my existing party. Oh, I already have one of them. Oh, maybe I don't need it as badly then. Yeah, let's actually maybe use some of these, huh? 10% debuff resist, 4% crit if torches below 25. Yeah. We're not doing that. 25% damage versus Eldritch, 30% bleed resist. Most of that shit's garbage. Guess I could have more than one of them, wouldn't be terrible. Damage in position 1. She's gonna end up moving around often enough that I don't think I want that. Move skill chance. That's going to be all the time for me, so I'm okay with using that one. Do I have anything Hellion related that I really want here? So the overall stress reduction is not bad. Alright. Try that. Let's give it a shot. Why not? Try to buff beforehand. Use the 2 slots regardless, right? 2 shovels. Let's give him some band-aids. 12 torches should be more than enough. And let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. I'm a little worried.
Position wasn't always
I may have died to the siren last time. I don't remember.
There was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Faithful as the tide, one precocious village waif made it her hobby to shadow my every errand. It was charming then, troublesome later.
It suggests to bring an antiquarian because their skills suck so bad that if they get charmed, it's fine.
Unfortunate little waif.
There's still booty inside. Oh, really? 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 Well, at least she can move forward. That's one of the advantages of having a character with dancing skills like that. Should kill on the next turn. Okay, perfect. Let's do Wicked Hack. Pretty good. Happy with that.
As the fiend falls,
Good.
a faint hope blossoms.
Pull there is pretty good as well. Go ahead and top off. Fine on stress. There, that's the way a combat should go. No one has stress. Everyone's at full health. Very pleasant. Now, I think I asked this last time, but the boss fight is always as far away from the starting room as possible. Is that true? I think somebody mentioned that last time. Stun the ones we can stun.
As the light gains purchase.
Oh, I should have stunned in the back. Whoops.
And purpose
Forgot
is
about
made clear.
Barbaric Yelp. Thank you. Ooh, and a stun even during stun resist. That's exciting. Means it wasn't as much of a waste as I thought it was going to be. Cool. Iron Swan's pretty great. I really like that skill. Six damage per round, 16 health remaining.
A momentary abatement.
Corpse guy blows up. Oh, I didn't know that. He's a boomer, basically. You're gonna die on your next turn. Can't be guarded. Taking advantage of mechanics. Some death's door painful. It's pretty painful. Should die in his next turn. Oh, I should have tried to stun him. Whoops. Forgot, I thought he had stun resist up. That's the explosion attack. Ouch. See what you meant. Try to get a heal off before he blows up. If I had stunned him, I might have been okay.
This is how a life is taken.
Idols would be holy symbols usually, right? 12 dodge until camp. Gross. So the boss has to be in this room down here because it's the furthest I possibly have to walk. No secret doors. I need keys for those, is that right? That's why I started bringing keys, because I passed those a couple times.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Locked compartment on the side. Ooh, 200 gold. 30% healing skills, 20% stress. I'm a fan of that, though. I guess I'll dump the anti-venom. Now, can I move trinkets that I looted directly into someone's inventory, or do they have to make it into my inventory first before I can save space that way? That's pretty awesome. She's in a heal like motherfucker now. Getting blown up there. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Forgot about them doing that. I can move them from here directly into my inventory. Gotcha. Soul's overwhelming with Cuthbert slain and Bolin fell. As Bolin fell, I was driven by rage. I erupted and loathed my purple ichor splashed in my face. My very soul shook as it bellowed. Cool. For a lot, it turns out. Oh, I almost forgot. But I haven't managed to dismantle a single trap this stream, even at 90%, so today's not going to be the day, I don't think.
Ancient traps lie in wait,
I don't know, man.
unsprung and
The
thirsting
game does not
for
want to give
blood.
it to me. Hey, glad I brought 2 shovels.
Another misfortune.
Hunger. Cool. No. Gross pool. Alright, heightened resilience. Resist everything until camp. Nice. Didn't get surprised, that's good. Push wouldn't be terrible on her. Wouldn't want it to happen, but it could be way worse. This game is not your friend. No kidding. Ooh, 9 single target heal with that new thingy. I like it. Now I need to find a way to get enemies to focus down my shield breakers, since that Utsusemi skill is really good. Seems correct. Rend for the old gods. Switches him to the front, okay. That could have been better. Nice. Love that skill, man.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Sea breeze. Boo earns. Only I may do that. She has a stun resist still. die on her next turn. Which is good. Perfect. I'm gonna Iron Swine this guy so they get to go. I guess I didn't check how much... Oh, they had enough that they would have died anyway. That was a waste. Oh well. Today I learned. My bad. Not as good of a party heal there. That's okay, she's gonna die from blight. Computer made a objectively incorrect decision there, which is my favorite kind of decision for the computer to make. Oh nice, 5 and 10 crit.
The slow death, unforeseen.
I guess it buffed itself, so it wasn't a complete waste. It was still a waste. Ouch. Could have been way worse. Oh nice, got it back. Good, because I don't like not having vigor. 6 damage. Okay, if I do 1 damage, then this guy's down. And there we go. Try to heal up with the rest of people's turns. Hopefully everyone gets a chance to go. Doesn't matter if I use that again. Now that moves me up to a maximum of 2 blocks. It can't increase me up to 3 blocks at a time. It's good to know. I think everyone's at full health, right? Can I see their stats directly? Oh, here we go. Yeah, everyone's topped off. Alright, well. Guess I can just hope for a crit. Get some stress relief.
Sedated.
Yeah, there's more of that blood. Take it. Evil Forest engulfs the hero. Great. Alrighty. Let's see. Hey, scouting. This will be our, like, 6th trap in a row that we've attempted to disarm. Hey, it finally worked. First try. Good lord.
Wealth beyond measure.
I'm really glad they changed the dungeon layout to not be so... It used to be very linear, now that like curves in certain directions. Sometimes the corridor is a little bit shorter. That's the right way to do it, I think. Ouch. We got enough people who can stun here that if, I guess if the boss charms my Hellion, that would be very, very, very bad. And she could stun my front 2 characters. We really don't want that to happen. But virtually anyone else getting charmed wouldn't be a big deal, I don't think. Oh yeah, I just hit T to use torches. Just tap T on like a muscle memory every so often. Nice. I like Iron Swan. I will feast on your heart. Oh, nice. I'll make it easier next time you play. This guy's taking 2 per round, 4 per round. He's dead. Not quite enough. Ouch. See, I think we want the armor piercing. I blocked you. Nanny nanny poo poo.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That should do it. Alright. Everybody's all topped off again. Guess I can brook a single hit point.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
You think you're gonna make your own pasta going forward? Right on. Contents are yours.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
I like glittering gold trinkets and baubles. So you're saying I'd use a bandage? No, I guess not. Have to be for like mummies or something. Not just corpses in general, it sounds like. It's pretty sweet. We made orange chicken last night. We couldn't find the ingredients for the sauce, so Kat ended up just getting the Panda Express bottle. And Jaden was like, wow, this is really sweet. So I looked in the bottle, and the bottle is 48% sugar. Like half of the bottle is just granulated sugar. So, we'd explain it. Next time we'll try to make it ourselves. Help a little bit with that, maybe.
Surgical precision.
Yeah, making your own pasta doesn't really seem worth it. Nice 12 damage, light for 2, which is enough to kill. Nice. It was alright. It was still pretty good, I thought. 2 damage plus 4 damage equals not enough to die. Ooh, ouch. Alright. So I gotta start healing here soon. How are you still stunned? Die in the next turn. There's no point in me stunning, so I may as well use Wicked Hack. Sucks. Gone a long time without missing. It's easy to forget the pain. Yeah, you can get some sugar, but it's just an obscene amount of it. That's the problem. I want to use this one. You're gonna die next turn, so I can use this turn to heal. Better to kill one, I think. Nice, 12 damage and a 2 damage blight, and it's got 2 hit points left. Fantastic. Sweet. Ooh, dazzling charm, 50% skill chance. For stun. Who's taking that? And it has no downside, which is very rare in Darkest Dungeon. Stash heirlooms.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
The dude just pauses. It's got a 50% stun resist. Cool. Not the best use of my Yop under normal circumstances, but I'll take it. This has been paying off very well. I mean, I spent a turn on it, but the amount of damage prevented is fairly significant.
A momentary abatement.
How much does that get me? 4? Alright, so he's dead on his next turn. Fantastic. Gotta hit this guy. It's the only choice. Iron Swan finish him off, but that's pointless. He's gonna die in his next turn anyway. Use this. Ouch. He's gonna die in his next turn. Perfect. Fantastic. Ouch. Frontline enemy that inflicts stress. That's interesting. Okay. Just keep stacking on the blight damage here, as much as possible. Cool. Try to stun again. I think that was correct. Okay, so he's going to take 10 damage on his next attack, so we don't need to do anything here. Just try to delay to get another heal off. Perfect. Everybody's maxed except for my Barbarian. My Barbarian is now maxed because she heals for a ton, which is great.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay. So I don't think I need that 2 food. Just gonna pass on it. Contents are yours. Alright. Oh man, I need those. I need those badly. I guess I'll dump this. 500 gold? Ugh. Dump the damage. I'm gonna try to wait to use the campfire until I get to this room here. I can try to use it as effectively as possible. %. It's fine. Shit happens. Small amount of additional gold. One more room battle and a battle on the way, it looks like. Right here. Hey, surprise. Very nice. I will take it. I think I need to use the shield buff against a smaller group of enemies. Probably get away with it. Ugh. 1 damage short of being dead. Alright, now it'll die. Oh, 6 crits, not the worst. So everybody got stressed, which is a bummer. So total of 6. Ah, that sucks. Womp womp. Well, I guess if I'd used block, would have avoided 4 damage, and I got bleed, and I just used up my bandage. Oh well. Let's just do a party heal here. Pretty good. Dude, those 2 trinkets, 45% healing is a really big deal, especially at these low levels. I feel like. Nice. And then you're about to die. Heal the bleed. Back to full. And you're just gonna die in your next turn anyway. Everybody's topped off, right? Nice. I guess I will try to fish out a crit here for stress recovery. Beautiful.
This expedition at least promises success.
I think I'm gonna, well, heirlooms are the most important thing by far. Money is a lot easier to come by. Question is, what would I dump for it? 1,000 gold. 1250. Guess I could dump the torches, but how close am I?
The light, the promise of safety.
I don't know if I feel right about going into a boss fight at low torch level. I think I have to leave him. It sucks, but I don't think I have a better choice. I guess I could throw it off all this food, because the food's barely worth anything, and I'm not going to use 12 getting from here to the exit. Let's do that. I'll use a max 8 when I rest, which I might not even need to do that. Of course it is. Hey, I resisted it. What do you know? I didn't see it. Oh, there's another battle before. Well, I think I might go fight the battle outside and then pop back in and rest, just so I'm completely topped off for the...
The match is struck. A blazing star.
Alright, surprise. I think I saw the Rick and Morty making the Szechuan sauce. It's probably the only real, binging babish thing that I've seen. He seemed like a really cool dude. He's very self-aware. Guessing that's a lot of what people dig about him. I probably should have used that on the third person, since I could use the Iron Swan to kill the guy in the far back. Yeah, we've got a bread machine, and it's still like an entire day activity. I've got block. Sucks to you. Ouch. Two damage per round. Oh, I probably should have used Yop. I guess I only would have probably stunned the second guy. Yeah, I like that. Be really interested to see if anyone has any data on the efficacy of, hey everybody, like, subscribe, like... I feel like that can't be terribly effective, but you know, who knows. Guy's down to 6 and it's taking 4 damage per turn. Eight, very nice. Brioche explained. Can you believe it? Alright, I'll take dead. That works for me. And I can use the Barbaric Yop to finish him off. She gets to go first. Or, you know, double Blight will do it. That works as well.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
It's trapped. Versus. I'm gonna step outside and do this battle. I'm gonna step back inside and rest at campfire. I think they ended up being pretty similar, right? Ow, jerk. I don't like when I don't get a surprise attack. Nice crits. I am beyond comparing. Tell him. Kaimon is kind of an MVP. Like, Shieldbreaker is a very strong class. even though all of her abilities are about moving you around the battlefield, like... Oh, the one I saw he did one with the lemon pepper wet from Atlanta, and he went to the trouble of making his own lemon pepper, and at the end of it he compared it to just like bottled lemon pepper, and it was just buy Mrs. Tash. This is a complete waste of time. Yeah, what's so good about the flagellant? Flatulent. Get a stun. Not quite gonna cut it. Next round he'll die though. Oh, nice dodge. Take that. Ouch. Can't get to the back row anyway. Nice. Not nice enough. Boo. Good crits. At least it'll die next turn. Man, I love that. 25 healing. It's a level 1 character too, right? Not screwing around. Terrible if you follow the directions exactly. Interesting.
But a victory nonetheless.
I've never heard of a meme before. Alright, here we go.
Huddled together.
Minus 10 stress.
Furtive and vulnerable.
I'm not using it for anything else. I still have
Rats in
4
a
left
maze.
over. Decent stamp stress reduction. 8% crit for 4 battles. Minus 30 stress. Can't be marked. Ooh. All companions armor piercing. That sounds pretty great. I don't know if I have somebody that can prevent nighttime ambush, unfortunately. Okay, hopefully that counts. Let's definitely do this armor piercing buff. It sounds great. 8% crit also sounds good. I only have 5 left. %, healing received sounds really good. Plus 4 though. Removes a disease, but no one in my party is diseased, right? It would say on their portrait, wouldn't it? That's the one we want in the future. 8% crit could be good, but I feel like I might be using her more for utility than actually trying to crit. Project the gods. That's cool. Courage. I think I actually want to do the experimental vapors. Let's see, who's likely to take the most damage? Probably.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Snakes are everywhere. I thought I was able to prevent nighttime ambushes.
Brought back into the spotlight by
Oh, this is a nightmare? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Looks like the enemies aren't super buff. 23 stress per round. Good lord. Okay, so we gotta wrap this shit up fast, is what they're telling me. No time for buffs and stuff. Well, this didn't work out as well as I was hoping. Let's do the breaks guard skill. These things have a lot of defense. Crap. I gotta focus him down. I can't afford to do anything else right now. Nice crit.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I really thought I was somewhat protected from that problem in this case. Okay, 4 damage. Should kill him. More stress, of course. What a shocker. Another yelp is kind of pointless here. You're about to die. They all have like a permanent counter ability, which is kind of crazy. Ouch. I think this is just Nightmare. I don't think this is happening in the real world, so to speak. You will not die next turn. Now you will. Still has stun resist. Oh, right, because of the guard. Bummer. I'll take the critical heal. It definitely needs it. This is a really cool concept, like, from a lore perspective, that you fight these guys. Someone has a nightmare because of their phobia or something. God. Of course she went first. Can you not? Please. Please don't. Of course she goes last. Bummer. Super bummer. Super duper bummer.
The blood quickens.
Okay. Venomous Vial. Shield Breaker only. 30% Blight skill chance, 10% Blight resist. That's kind of cool, though, that you get that as a reward for the dream. It's related to what you just did. So just eat all the food. No other option. That made resting basically pointless. Maybe I'll get some more food from these. I'm already so hungry, so miserable.
Now it must be carried home. The way is lit. The path is clear.
Here we go.
Only the
Fingers crossed. A lot of hit points.
The aquatic devils have remade the poor girl in their image.
Oh, nice resist. Fantastic.
She is their queen and their slave.
Light resist isn't too bad. I think that only avoids damage, though. Ads? These are the ads that can stun you, too, I think, so I'm gonna be careful here. Oh, she only has 50% stun resist? Heck yeah. Let's try to keep her stun locked as much as possible. That would be very swell. You should die to Blight. And then I just gotta get as much damage in on her as I possibly can here. I wonder what cat cam didn't trigger. That's weird. Something reset. Let me try to find it real quick. Fix it. Yeah, it's still enabled. Huh. Weird. I'll look at it later. He's nowhere nearby, though. Alright, let's see. You're gonna die on your next turn, so I don't need to worry about you. Could keep healing, but I think I just need to focus down the boss as much as I can. It should. That's very bad. It's like I mentioned earlier, the worst possible character to get hit by that. Gotta stay in front here. She's less useful back there, I think. I think that puts her in the third row so she can't stun us. Can roll with that. Oh, she's in a trigger stress threshold, unfortunately. Fortunately, you still get stress even when you block the damage. Oh, and you end up in the back row. Gross. Nice resist. Fantastic. I don't think I actually wanted to do that. Stunning again. Bummer on the resist. Maybe we'll luck out and she'll get a virtue. Alright, that could be worse. It's not great, especially if she heals her with that big buff. Maybe I'll be able to land a stun here. Nope, not now. Alright, yep, and a dodge. That actually is the best thing that could have possibly happened there. Gotta kill this guy before he starts buffing things. Can I stun both of them? Hey, look at that. Beauty. I think I want to do the Barbaric Yawp, actually, even though she's already been stunned. Just to stun this person in the front. Devour. Ouch. Doing okay. Had the most tranquil dream. Did you? Roll 2, Pierce. Pierce. Nice crits. It's gonna die in its next turn. Fantastic. That's exactly what we need. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Let's just keep focusing down the boss. We're doing okay on everyone's health. Probably heal next attack. Resist. Nice. I probably should have tried to stun her again. I forgot I could do that. So much bleed. Alright, we won. Alright. Sweet. Oh, she gets to go twice around. I thought she was acting a lot. Nice.
Matriarch,
That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Depths. She has no place in the sane world.
Discard. I don't need the Archer's Ring. I don't think there's anything I can discard for it anyway. Sweet. Return to Hamlet. Get another one of these. 40% stun skill chances. Just fantastic. I got 14 deeds. Dang, yo. They're almost always bad.
a fresh irritant to some, a sanguine memory to me.
A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinth and garden has been uncovered. The discoverer sadly has perished from innumerable insect stings. Concern rises. Stress reduction activities are less effective. That sucks. Okay. We got stuff to do. I think I can upgrade the blacksmith again. Oh, one short of upgrading the blacksmith. Alright, let's see. Three for one, I think that's okay. I get crests out the butt. I think we actually want... Normally I'd go for armors in a game like this, but I think that a good offense is the best defense in this game. You kill something before I can kill you, that extra 1 point of damage you're saying is very Paper Mario. It makes a huge difference. So we'll take this one. And the super team, questing sword, masterwork sickle, fine loot. And it's all very affordable because of the investments I've made. Okay, cool. Now, I have a bunch of money, a bunch of crests. I feel like I'm coming out ahead on cash after every mission, even after upgrading stuff, which is nice. How are we doing on stress? Not super great. Let's try to fix that. Y'all can chill out for a few missions, that's fine. Said it would be slightly less effective, but their stress isn't crazy high. I guess Kaimom's was. I lucked out on not having to get a virtue test in that fight. We were close to needing to do it too. Some of these are more reasonable than others. Like, I definitely want all of them. Is it 15% healing when what? When eating. Antiquarian, plate, skill chance. Which one of these do I want to get first? Probably the 10% healing skills, but goodness, 200 deeds. Ugh. Scouting chance too, but I actually haven't been using those particular characters very much at all. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Let's pop outside now. I guess first things first, let me equip my new stuff. I can find out here if I can equip two of the same... We aren't allowed to have two of the same trinkets on here. Okay. Asked and answered. Got it. Ah, but that's my only Plague Doctor. I was gonna say, I thought I had a bunch of Plague Doctors, but I guess they all died. Well, I've got a backup one, I guess. Man-at-arms only, move skill chance, stun skill chance, damage. Well, that's fine, I don't need them for damage. What else we got up here? Just Eldritch. Holy. Oh, that's all, I guess the debuff resist is a downside. I thought it was all upshot for a second. Got a high churn rate, no joke. Leper. Which zone is Eldritch enemies? Is that the Cove, mostly? Like the squid monsters? Oh right, the lepers, this guy, Morty. Okay. 25% damage in position 1. I guess I'll come in here. Classic crew. I need to pick something that would challenge him. Okay. Medium, gather 3 grain sacks. Prot bonus, town event bumper crop. Ooh, Book of Sanity, minus 20% stress. No downside. It is veteran level 3, which is a little scary. But I think I can make it work. Let me unequip this. That really made the run last time, really. Can I not unequip stuff? Anyone know why I'm not able to unequip this trinket from her? Oh, there we go. Weird. Maybe I couldn't do it from that menu or something. Yeah, it wasn't letting me carry it over, but I think I missed it. Thank you, though. Let's give that 10% max HP to someone that has the most HP, which is probably Washu, I think. 34, 47. But I want that skill chance. Debuff chance, move skill chance. Let's say dodge is really good. That's occultist only. Percent crit. I might take it over the 3% crit. I guess it's only a common. No, I'll leave that. Crit's really good. Uses per battle 2 solo. Huh. What does that do other than giving you the finale boost? It's reducing all enemies' accuracy by 10. Okay, but it moves you to the front. And then finale moves you to the back and does a bunch of damage. Gotcha. The uses per battle, I think, is a new concept. I wonder if that's functionally a nerf for most classes. Let's try the Dream Team on a long journey. We've got stress relief, we've got plenty of healing. That's new. Interesting. Oh, you know, these only ever cost money. Okay, but I should just check it every now and then, I guess. Trinkets seem to be a pretty big deal. Well, last time I tried a long dungeon, it ended incredibly badly for me, so we should totally try it again, right? It was 100% the wrong decision last time. That should be fine. Does laudanum actually decrease stress, or does it just give you a temporary buff against future stress? Well, it definitely you can show that the longer you do something, the more likely you are. Let's see, what's the actual... Let's just do it, it's fine. Oh, it gets rid of a specific debuff? Oh. I thought it was stress related from the name. There's an achievement for sending a team of level 0 units into the darkest dungeon. That's funny. Sorry, I just saw
Pace
that.
out the halls of your lineage once familiar.
90% of rooms.
Now, foreign.
So what are the rules on that? Obviously it rounds in a certain direction. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? So I can skip 2 rooms? Or can I only skip... It's probably 2 rooms, right? Because I think you can skip 1 room in the short dungeon, 1 to 2 rooms in the medium dungeon. It would have to be 2 rooms in this one. Don't screw it up, man. You got a 90% chance. The one time I actually disarmed a trap, it was like a 60% chance. Laudanum also has an overworld use. Hey, nice. Oh wow, that's a hell of a map. Holy shit. I didn't realize the map revealed the whole map. As lucky as you get. Gosh, dang. Okay. Well, we want to avoid battles as much as possible. So this path up here looks pretty swell. Now, I've noticed that sometimes enemies spawn in the hallways that weren't there previously. Like, what governs that? Is there just a chance for enemies to move around? Yeah, it's pretty hype. At best. That's very exciting.
A decisive pummeling.
Decisive. Ouch. Nice dodge. 11 heal. Very good. Good dodge. Ouch. Still hits decently hard too.
A death by inches.
Oh, this guy's undead, that's why he's not bleeding. Just puzzled. That makes sense. Nine, I'll take it. Only down by 1. Man, upgrading the weapons makes a pretty big difference, I feel like. Alright, let me stun this guy. Ouch. Hi, Ben. Are you so furry, Ben? Put on the cat cam. Can you stop? Like clockwork, man. Like right at 4:30 Pacific, he comes over here and starts knocking off the monitor. It's gonna fall one of these days. It's a certainty. Could just finish that guy off.
Give them no quarter.
They do. Very impressive, actually. Could have gone better, but it's okay. Got pretty good stun resist here.
Their formation is broken.
I'll take it. That's fine.
The offensive.
Let's do a party heal for 25, which is actually, I should have just solo healed him. I didn't realize everyone else was topped off. Oh well, it happens.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
So I'm gonna take 2 more
Seize
damage.
this momentum.
I did bring
Push on
6
to the
bandages
task's
though.
end.
May as well avoid it. Okay, so we want to go up here because there's very few battles up there. Do you use holy water on urns? Is that right? Rune battle in
The way is
here.
lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it. A powerful blow.
Nice crit. Fortunately, it's undead again. So buff people.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Skill. I'll try this. Alright, 19 crit. Do banish thee. I guess I can feel more confident using Zealous Accusation when I've given everybody the accuracy buff. It sucks. Missing a stun is particularly bad. It's not the absolute worst thing that could happen to you, but it's pretty bad. Twice in a row, too. Ew. Super duper ew.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Our Ben knows how to read the clock. Let's be real. What's more realistic?
Inspiration and improvement.
Inspiration and improvement. Nice. Man, I really like that Junia's head thing. Probably not gonna like it when I start taking stress damage later, but right now it's pretty swell. Oh, that's fine. That's what you want to use your turn on, buddy. I'm not gonna stop you. So I can use Zealous Accusation was my reasoning for doing that. Everybody else is topped off. Guess I could try to... He's only down by 1 hit point.
Continually
Try to nuke him. There we go.
Destroy them all.
Nice. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. 20% bleed skill. Nice 4 damage.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That should be okay. Having 2 firewoods in your inventory is kind of sucky.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
It's like I already have so much stuff that inventory is already super limited, and they're telling me I want to collect this blood stuff. Can anyone tell me what the blood does? I'm okay to just know, I think. Alright, human enemies can actually be bled, so let's do that. But I think we do want to be using that buff more. Horror. That's what laudanum removes? Okay. I see. Thank you. Walked right into that one, didn't I? Should be enough. Bleeds 3 damage, perfect. Okay. She won't act this turn at least. Okay, so he actually gets penalized for being in the back row. That's good to know. Nice crit. So they're both about to die. The most helpful community message. Right.
The slow death, unforeseen.
Oh, your speed base is based on your weapon that you have equipped? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Resist, bummer. Nice crit, 22 healing. Goodness. Undo the stress I'm currently accumulating from this. Although 4 stress per round is not awful.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Back, Ben? What are you doing with your life, buddy? Nice. Big ol' stun. Generally only heals for like 1 point anyway. Alright. Keep clearing stress. Definitely outpacing the stress gain from that thingy. Alright, that's fine. Everybody was topped off anyway. God.
This expedition at least promises success.
Ugh, okay. Gotta make decisions. I need deeds more than I need anything else, but there's nothing else here that I feel comfortable tossing. Maybe portraits? Ugh, I hate it. Right. Let's go to do the analysis. Fortune smirks at last. So we want to go this way.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Making me sad. This is why I don't like long dungeons. 90%. This is the 6th 90% trap. Good. Good.
The light.
Good, how are you?
Promise of safety.
No surprise. Yeah, they're undead, so I shouldn't be bleeding them. Managed to heal up. Or buff up, I should say. Ouch.
A devastating
Nice crit.
blow.
You are damned. Good looking. Pharaoh commanded me to make that joke at his funeral. Probably could have killed him if I hadn't have gone for the stun. Probably should have stunned this guy instead. Oh well.
How
Ouch.
quickly the tide turns.
Not great.
The blood quickens.
I love how, like, it's kind of absurd that this Lovecraft dungeon game has a guy that runs around playing guitar, but it makes sense. It works in this universe. Like, fundamentally, what you're here for is to be stressed out until you die. Like, it makes sense to have a bard. 200 columns. Oh my god. What's the name of the last column? Like ZZZZA or something? That's what rows are for, man. That might be a cry for help. Yeah. I think those guys are shittier than the fronters. Those. Ah, bummer. FC is still pretty far if you think it's AA, AB, AC, AD. Yeah. That would take you a long time to get to FC now that I think about it. You're right. Now you're in my range of my stun, you butt. I feel like crits are the primary source of de-stressing in the later game when you're able to control crits better. It's kind of cool. Four of them are empty. Ugh. That's so awful. I'm so sorry. 21 accuracy. Heck yeah. Let's see the party heal. Yeah, I'll take it. Still pretty good value. This is the right time to use Zealous Accusation. Ooh, that sucks. Do you have any idea what possessed them to design it that way? Yeah. Someone that thinks a lot about elegantly designed spreadsheets, because I'm permanently unhappy with the design of my own spreadsheets. Alright, let's see. Right, that makes sense. It's just the 20% proc. Design sounds generous, yeah. So it's like a CSV file or something. So I can see why that would come in as columns. The kawaii of efficient spreadsheets. Right. I wonder if there's any way to... Is there like a script that someone's made that converts, that flips the columns and the rows? Like how many rows are there? Not great damage. They must have made it a little bit more forgiving on the number of rounds before you start taking stress damage for taking too long. Oh, you can just do it with a pivot table? Sure. That helps. Let's do stress recovery. I really want to get another heal in, but I don't want to take stress damage for taking too long. 14,000. Okay, so that would be worse. Gotcha.
A trifling victory.
Understood.
But a victory nonetheless.
Probably would have used the
if only treasure could staunch
holy
the
water
flow
for that.
of otherworldly corruption.
Okay, so we want to go left first, and then we're going to come back here and probably rest. Never read books, right? It basically never pays off. I bet that's a big part of why they added that mechanic for upgrading your town to make the books heal you or recover stress when you read them. I think we're just going to skip that curio battle. I think that's going to be one of the rooms that we safely skip. Whoa, this is not the enemies I was expecting to see in here. Shit. Okay. 70% stun for this time. Favorite zoo animal. Ooh, that's double gross. Stun and a force move. A character that really can't brook it. Now I bet that they can be bled. These guys definitely count as unholy. Okay. Nice. 0. Okay. I need this, I think.
time to perform beyond one's limits.
I am bummed that didn't do 2 damage, was all I needed from it. These guys just have really good armor, I think. This is where you'd want to have a shield breaker against these guys. Ton of duplicates, yeah. Right. Alright, that was pretty good. This thing only has 42 HP. Could be worse. Okay, let's see. Go for the stun. It's possible. Hey! Very nice.
Masterfully
crit.
executed.
So the Bard should be able to kill this guy next turn. I'm trying to decide if that's the right call. I'll just do that. It's a better call. Uneducated Savage. Bleed resist is only 40%. 4 damage per round. That's pretty good. Aw, womp womp. It's my big DPS guy. Skull Toss. It's stress. I think black usually is stress damage. It's buffing everybody. I need these buffs for reasons. I'm not sure, but it feels like the torch is depleting faster in this fight than it usually does. It would be interesting if that's in fact what was happening. Nice.
Precision.
Nice. And he's gonna die in his next turn, so maybe I can get a good party heal in here. Ooh, and a crit on the person who needed it. Everybody's full on health. What a happy day. This is going as well as my last session went poorly. Oh, some of this guy's abilities reduce torch. I know that Occultist does. Makes sense.
Prodigious size
Bye-bye.
alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, where were we? Ah, yes, here we were. Oh, right, let's move these guys back. Let's torch it back up. Not fuck around with books. Readings for chumps who want to die.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Now, does this game penalize you in any way for walking around in a room? It lets you walk from left to right, but it doesn't actually do anything, right? As far as I can tell, at least. Let's not look her. Cabinet is locked.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
A lot of money to just drop. Guess I could dump the other key. Could dump a torch and hope I find more later on. Something this might about these guys again. Nice dodge. Let's try to stun her. Maybe my Crusader will get to go in time to stun him, or her, before she gets to go. I guess it's a him. Slave from Slavering Ghoul. Nice crit. A righteous blow. Ooh, that sucks. Fantastic crit. 3 damage per round. Holy crap, 19 damage. Alright. Damn good looking. Take 15. I know, right? This has been a good stream for landing crits. Now, Mark by itself doesn't actually do anything, right? It's only if combined with other abilities that interact with Mark.
Perhaps the
It doesn't just like default make them take more damage or something. Gotta leave it behind. Sucks, but I gotta. Does your torch level max out after resting for free? I'm wondering if I should try to push it and let it get dark. Because I plan to rest on my way back to that center room.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Oh, I guess I know how many obstacles are in the entire dungeon, so I can know when it's okay to discard my last shovel. Resting is full torch. Okay. So I will try to abuse that to stretch my torches a little bit further. We're about at time, so I'm going to try to get down to this room here, and then we'll call it then. I guess if I'm wandering around at full darkness, it freaks out my party members, so I should be a little careful doing that. Oh, see, now there's another combat that spawned in this hallway. I guess I'll go ahead and rest here, and we'll deal with the combat next time. Everybody's full on health.
Tenuous firelight.
I have
Easy companionship.
only 10 food left, so I dumped some of it earlier. Don't need the stress recovery. This makes everyone happy. This should be fine. Okay, let's see. We gotta do this. 7 stress, remove mortality debuffs. All companions minus 15 stress, and then again for several battles. Planet 10 accuracy, 10 dodge. We've got 5 left that I have total. Alright, then I've got 2 remaining. So what can I spend on? Wound care, nobody really needs. I'll just pep talk her. Blessed are we. Sweet. Okay, perfect timing then. We'll call it there, and then I think there's some more Darkest Dungeon on Friday. We've actually gone over by a total of 30 minutes over the course of many, many Darkest Dungeon sessions. Kevin's had this as a sub-block game for a while, so I might try to call it a little bit early. We can get in some more Deus Ex Human Revolution time. But we'll see. We ended up doing that with The Longest Journey. It's probably fair to do it here. Let me back out. Let's see. The game does save constantly, right? Like, if I load the game, I just panicked for a second. I forgot whether it saves or not. Let me check really quick. Okay, to keep you from save scumming. Cool. That's all I needed to know.